It's more than this piece of grass. It's even more than this sacred circle. The Tent Embassy is about every Aboriginal person in this country.
The establishment of the Tent Embassy, in my view, was a wonderfully strategic initiative in order to draw attention to the issues involved.
It's about us as a sovereign people. It is about us as traditional owners. It's about us as custodians. It's about how do we share this country with non-Aboriginal Australians, and how do we do it in a way that's just, that gives Aboriginal people recognition, that gives us rights, that gives us a voice in this land that we call home, you know, because we haven't got them.
Well, they arrived here early in the morning and they were met by people like Charles Perkins and some of the local Trades and Labour Council members who provided them with some umbrellas. And that was really the beginning of the protest, because they named the umbrellas the Aboriginal Embassy. It was significant politically and it was significant culturally, because never before had a group of Aboriginal people confronted the federal government in a similar way. The police left us alone until for something like 6 months, and then after the raucous arrangements that the embassy organised when the McMahon government made certain pronouncements about Aboriginal affairs, people were chaining themselves to the barricades, chaining themselves to seats in the chamber, and generally causing a nuisance of themselves in a political way. What happened then was that the then reigning powers, the Liberal Country Party, decided that the Tent Embassy had to go.
This is not Baton Rouge, it's not Mississippi, and it's not Louisiana. It's a crisp, sparkling, sunny winter day in Canberra. There were no truncheons here, no police dogs, and no electric cattle prods. But it was white Australian police against black Australian Aborigines.
The ACT police came down and attempted to try and take the tent down, but the Aboriginal population at the embassy at the time prevented them from doing so. So they said that they would be back. The following week, busloads of Aborigines came from as far away as Adelaide and Queensland, and we protected the embassy by stopping the police from tearing the embassy down, and anyone watching the films of the time can't help being aghast at the kind of violence that the police were prepared to mount to shift this embassy. But in fact they didn't.
In the 70s, you know, Gough Whitlam come in with those big key words, self-determination and self-management. Guess what? 2012, we're still waiting. I'm a Tent Embassy kid. You know, my father was one of the founders for the Tent Embassy. It's in the spirit, you know, it's the spirit of who we are as a people. We've had our ups and downs and that, but I think we've also brought an awareness to the wide Australian community and the non-international, you know, Aboriginal community in the international arena, that we are people here. You know, I think some people, like I said, would like to forget us and put us on the back burner and leave us there. But I think the Tent Embassy is our voice. It has to be our voice because, again, we've got nothing else.
I have no idea whether the men that set up the Tent Embassy envisaged that it would be such a lasting symbol. However, there's no question that it has proven so. It has significant resonance across the nation, in all of our communities, whether they be in urban areas or non-urban areas or remote areas, because of the issues for which it stands. The benefit of the continuing message and symbolism that emanates from the Tent Embassy is an important one, and it relates to what people like Patrick Dodson have referred to as unfinished business. The Tent Embassy is a symbol for this unfinished agenda, whether you support a treaty, whether you support, you know, more detailed constitutional recognition, or some sort of agreements that go to the the issues that continue to plague the debate in Indigenous affairs.
The Tent Embassy belongs to every Aboriginal person in this country. The spirit is all about that. It's about our belonging. It's about the essence of us again as a people. And you know what, no matter who we are or where we come from in this country, it's our Aboriginality that unites us. And this is what the Tent Embassy is all about.